My mom was born in Germany in 1916, George.
Oh, boy.
Okay,
Right there.
And I don't normally share this with anybody, but I'm going to share this with the whole country tonight. I mean, my mom was 40 years old when she had me. My father was born in 1901. Now, here's what's interesting about this. She was raised all the way through the horrors of the Third Reich, and she told me, and it was interesting to me. She said, when the buildings hit the trade towers in 2001, she was still alive. And she stood in front of the TV set, and she cried, and she cried, and she cried. And I said to her, I said, why are you crying, Mom? I mean, what's going on? Because, I mean, it really touched me because I couldn't believe she was doing this. She was in her 80s. And she said to me, she said, son, she said this in German. She said, ich habe das schon gesehen. I've already seen this. My first language was German because my mom spoke German to me when I was little. And she said, I've already seen all this. I said, what have you seen? She goes, this is the burning of the Reichstag in 1933. I've seen this before. Next will come the Enabling Act. And I looked at her and said, what's that? It wasn't. A few weeks later, they passed the Patriot Act, which is almost the same verbiage that we had with the Enabling Act. George, the country's slipping into tyranny. And I asked her, I said, why are you so upset about that? She goes, you don't understand, Ted. We didn't see it coming in Germany. We didn't understand what was happening. She goes, Goebbels and Nazi propaganda was so strong that we believed everything we saw on TV. We believed everything we heard on the radio. We believed all of this stuff they were telling us until they took our guns away and they took our rights away and they started taking our neighbors away. And I said, you mean the Jewish folks? She goes, no, Ted, not the Jews. She said the Christians, the Catholics. Anybody who spoke against the Third Reich and spoke against Hitler was taken away in the middle of the night. The following day, their homes in many cases were bulldozed. The following days, their yards were resodded. They disappeared. We never saw them or their families again. And she goes, that's why I'm crying, because we're going the same route of the Patriot Act with the Reichstag fire, with the Enabling Act. And I see it. I don't know what to do. And she goes, I'm so glad I'm old and I'm not going to see the end output of this because it's going to be that bad what's going to happen.